92 Demons TV, the very first episode ever, and the very first in 2010. Quite obviously, don't adjust your PCs just yet. The camera does add £10, and the club unfortunately can only afford a pretty cheap camera, so that hasn't helped matters at all. Demons TV is where you will see match day results and match day analysis. Our aim is to provide probably 10 to 12 quality episodes per year and a venue for our sponsors to promote their wares, and also to make it as easy as possible for everyone out there to be fully kept up to date with what's happening at Springvale Districts. An exciting time ahead for us in 2010. We've got a brand new social room coming. When it's finished, it will be spectacular. The best part of $1 million has been put towards it, and we're hoping you will see the results of that. You'll be kept informed. There will be a grand opening coming up probably in May. Check into www.stfc.com.au regularly to find out when that will be happening. You'll also see interviews with current players, past players, and identities around the club from time to time on Demons TV. Tonight's episode, we have an interview with the new coach, Clint Einsiedel. We're joined on the first episode by our brand new coach, Clint Einsiedel. He comes to us with a wealth of experience as a dual premiership player at East Brighton with over 200 senior games at the one club and 3 distant fairest. A great effort. Welcome aboard, Clint.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
Also, premiership last year at Heatherton. Looking forward to tackling them on April 25, Anzac Day.
Certainly am, yeah. It should be a big occasion on Sunday, playing on Anzac Day, which is sure to stir up the butterflies for a few of the younger guys.
And that's our Anzac Day at Heatherton, which is a Sunday, of course, this year. And in their good grace, they've decided to give us the next day off, so that should be a big day for us around too. But they say when you take up coaching, you've got to be a bit mad or a bit stupid, and depending on how you started, you could end up as both. So, which is it, mate? Are you mad or a bit surfing?
Well, maybe I was mad to begin coaching and whatnot in the first place, but no, I'm enjoying it. Certainly something I wanted to do over the last 3 or 4 years. I've thought about it, and obviously you guys have given me the opportunity, so it's been a sort of tough initiation, but it's one that's it's growing every week on me.
It's a relatively small percentage of, well, it's in fact incredibly small percentage of people that play footy that decide to go on and coach. You say 2 or 3 years ago you started to think about it. When did you really sort of have the desire or think this is the path I want to go down? I think I have what it takes to learn myself.
I guess when I left East Brighton for Heatherton to be an assistant coach, I thought of it. Obviously didn't think I was ready for a senior job on my own, in my own right as such. So I guess I did my 2 years there, and at the end of last year I felt I was ready to tackle the main job, and obviously was lucky enough to land a gig here, which was fantastic.
One thing from my point of view, being a sort of insider of the club, you always sort of speculate and wonder what people outside of Springvale Districts in the SFL think about clubs. So from, as you were an outsider a few months ago, from an outsider's perspective, what was the thinking of Springvale Districts, and how does that differ now that you're actually one of us, an insider?
I guess I've only really played against Springvale on a couple of occasions. It was quite a while ago when East Brighton were relegated. But I guess looking from the outside, when I sort of went for the job as such, I just looked at it, it just seemed a very tight-knit club that there's not a lot of change. It seems to be sort of a very tight bunch of guys, close-knit club. Probably in some ways similar to where I've just come from, Heatherton. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, we started pre-season, I think the date was November 16. Probably fair to say we didn't start off with all guns blazing.
No.
But we've certainly gathered a fair bit of momentum. We've got a little bit of footage we can show you of pre-season, but just give us your impressions of pre-season and date and how we built up.
Yeah, look, it obviously started off slowly. A lot of speculation about guys' futures, retirements, a few guys that decided to leave for greener pastures, I guess. So, losing 5 or 6 senior players before Christmas wasn't ideal, but I guess we, right from the word go, I was big on keeping the young guys around the club and making them feel welcome. So I guess as it's gone on, we've recruited a few more guys. The younger blokes have brought a few of their mates along, and it's just sort of snowballed nicely to a point now where we're pretty comfortable where we're at. Sometimes you've got to have these sort of culls you can call it for the clubs to move forward.
Wasn't a voluntary, Carl, though, we'd have to say.
No, not really. No, look, I think guys moved on for their own reasons, and they're entitled to do that. A lot of those guys that have left have given the club great service and be more than welcome back here at any time. So we hope, maybe down the track, once they've finished their other little endeavours in other clubs, they may sneak back in here and help Springvale down the track.
Well, I think it'd be fair to suggest too that whilst others have moved on, we've certainly moved on and rolled on 2010. You talk about some new players. It's been an incredible change in our list. We've gone from, frankly, a pretty old list to, I would say, would have to be one of the youngest lists in the competition. There'll be a lot of new faces wearing the red, white and blue this year. Which of the players do you think people should keep an eye on?
Look, there's actually quite a lot. I mean, I guess for the people that have been around the club, the Brad Scotts will still be there, and the household names, the Swans, Brendan Ashman and so forth. But I guess even someone, like Jay Piggin, Brad Bruni, Trevor, Kuma Titus, it's his second year as seniors. So I think even though they have been at the club previously, those three guys in particular, their pre-seasons have been huge, and I'm really expecting big things out of those three in particular. Of the actual new faces to the club, the two young kids from Sydney, Daniel Turner and Jack Dickens, we're expecting big things from.
Certainly good players now.
They do, yeah. So I think they'll add a bit of class to the list. There's quite a few, obviously, first-year players that we've got our first practice game tomorrow, so I should be able to tell you a bit more in about a month. But judging on the track,
you know this isn't live, don't you?
Judging on the track, I'd say Anthony Bernardo. He's got a bit about him. Nuggety on baller. He's got a heap of dash in him. Luke Grabowski's another one from Narre Warren. Tall. He's a bit of a project player. I think he'll get better as the year rolls on. And look, of the rest, I probably haven't seen enough of the rest to sort of comment. But from what I'm saying on the track, there's a lot of handy young players that are worth coming to watch.
Fair enough. 2010, you'll go up against the company old clubs. You have any trepidation about that? Or
No. Look, I've got no qualms against going up against my old clubs, I should say, Tony, being Heatherton and East Brighton. But look, I think with regard to East Brighton, I'm a life member there. It'll be maybe a little tough walking in there, but I think we've got them late in the year, and we certainly won't be worrying too much about them. I'll be worried about winning the game and getting a kick.
And finally, Clint, what message have you got for our supporters in 2010? And there's a chance that they'll both be watching, so what would you like to tell them?
I guess stick with us, guys. Don't jump off the ship as such. Get down, support those young kids. They're developing into good young men every day. And I just think that as the year rolls on, they'll get better and better, and I really think the future's bright for Springvale District Football Club.
Thanks very much, Clint Einsiedel, Senior Coach 2010. Well, folks, that about brings us to the end of episode 1 of Demons TV. We hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some great insight from our new coach there, Clint. Don't forget, folks, social memberships are available as of now. $50 for the year, admits to all home and away games. Contact the club and we can organise that for you straight away. Shirts, you too can look as good as me. The club shirts are available and they are in stock. Please come and see them myself or John if you need one for $40. They're of very good quality and it's great to show the colours on Saturday. We want that. First home game, ladies and gentlemen, is a Friday night, April the 9th versus Dingley. Our lights have recently been upgraded. They look absolutely fantastic. So please make sure you get down. Friday night footy, it's the best in town. We'd like to make this an annual event that we get to launch the season because we do have the best facilities, so let's use them, quite frankly. Love to have your feedback from the show. Any feedback, any positive feedback, you can email us at springvaledis@optusnet.com.au. That link is available on the website www.sdfc.com.au. Any negative feedback can be emailed to why don't you go and get yourself well and truly rogerjim.com.au. As I mentioned, always check into the website to make sure what's happening. If anyone thinks they'd like to sponsor Demon TV, as you can see, production like this doesn't come cheap. Please get in touch with the club and I'm sure you'll get fantastic bang for your buck. Once again, thanks for watching episode 1, Leaving Steve Lee.
It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue. Every heart beats true for the red and the blue as we sing this song to you. Should